and I mean no anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble. Okay. That'll do. And the clock's ticking, dude. Greetings, comic book fans. It's Blue Goblin with my second retro review. And guess you can already tell by the intro and the little phone call. I guess you can already tell what I'm going to review. And here it is. This is Eastman & Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles official comic book adaptation of the movie. And remember, it's the official comic book adaptation of the Golden Harvest motion picture. I love how it gives a plug to Golden Harvest. And it was given to us by the Archie Adventure series. This was a special done in 1990. What else can you say about it? It is what it is. It's a official comic book adaptation of the first theatrical movie. And let me tell you something. This is another classic gem in comic books. Now, is this a valuable treasure to behold for all comic book collectors everywhere? No. Is it a collector's item that is sentimental to the passion of a collector of comic books in general? I guess so, but is it a valuable treasure for a collector of Ninja Turtles memorabilia? Yeah, I would have to say so. Now, I don't want to explain everything in this book without, I usually don't like to spoil anything, but how could I spoil it if you already know what it is? It's the official comic book adaptation of the first movie, and if odds are, you've probably seen the first movie, and if you've already seen the first movie, then I guess you're saying, okay, then why should I bother reading this book? I'll tell you why you should bother reading this book, because it's really, really well done. Granted, about 90% of the dialogue, well, pretty much almost all of it. I shouldn't say just 90%. I think a little more than that. I think about 99% of the dialogue from the movie is in this book. And it's done by Eastman & Laird, the creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the artwork by Chen Lawson is just bossa nova. Chevy Nova? Let's just say it was excellent, dude. I am such a dork, but I don't care. I'm just goofing off. This is a gem. I got my I found out this is a pretty tough comic book to find. I found mine though, fortunately, at a flea market. I paid $1.50 for it. This was actually printed twice. It was printed with this cover, and there was another cover with the turtles fighting a bunch of foot soldiers. That cover I wasn't too fond of. I liked this one better. So, in a nutshell, let me sum this book up. It is the official comic book adaptation of the movie. Now, there are some scenes from the movie that unfortunately didn't get put into this book. I guess they didn't want to make this book too long, because back in 1990 this book cost $2.50. That's how much this book cost back in 1990. That's about how much the comic books now average the least amount of $2.99. Back in 1990, I think books were still ranging about $1. So $2.50 back in 1990, that was pretty damn expensive for a comic book. So you were probably, if you bought this in the original, when it was originally released, you were probably thinking it was probably gonna be a kick-ass book. But unfortunately, it's only a kick-ass book if you're a huge fan of Ninja Turtles and if you're a huge fan of the first movie. Thankfully, I'm both, so I enjoyed it. And I love that they kept the dialogue in the book, including where Raphael says "damn." Now, when you think about it, "damn's" not too offensive in comic books now, but we got to think back from 1990, especially in an Archie comic book, Dan was pretty much pushing it. But this is a real gem. It's not worth much comic book value-wise, but who cares? I don't care. This is a gem that's, you know, meant to be a collector's item. Look at me. I paid $1.50 for mine, and this is in excellent condition. It's not in mint condition, but it's in excellent condition. And the fact that it has an extra ending at the end of the book. Yes, it has the original ending from the first movie where the Turtles beat the Shredder and they go, "COWABUNGA!" And the scene where April O'Neil kisses Casey Jones, and you know that's where the movie ends. Not true in this book. In this book, there's an additional scene after that one. Want to know what it is? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to find this book, buy it, and then read it to find out. But let me tell you something. The extra ending, it's not the most spectacular extra ending in a comic book, but it certainly is funny. And I find it kind of ironic, but it's good. This book itself is definitely worth it. I'd say I will go ahead and recommend buying it. That's how much I enjoyed this book. I would recommend buying it for 2 reasons. A, if you like comic books in general, especially classic comic books, especially, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And B, even if you don't read Ninja Turtle comic books, even if you don't collect comic books obsessively, you just do it on a rare basis, I'd say go ahead and get it even if you never saw the original movie. Well, that's pretty much it for this retro review. It is the only place I can think of besides flea markets and comic book shops that might have this in their back issue box. You might take a try at eBay. But I'd say go ahead and add to your collection. It is definitely worth it. So, that's it for my retro review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the official comic book adaptation of the movie. So, hope you enjoyed it. So, until I see you later. Oh shit, I forgot to mention that while you're hunting for classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles memorabilia, might want to stop by your nearest Target stores and look for these bad boys. Yeah, bitchin'. They're Target exclusives, and they are the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Unfortunately, the only one I have is Michelangelo's. The only one I was able to find. But this is just an awesome collectible to have. I can't believe I forgot to mention this in the video. The original packaging and everything. Truly, truly awesome. Well, now I can say I'll see you later.